Hello.
Hello, Ben. Kioski. I
Yes.
wonder what that means.
Okay, I don't know.
Something about skiing, no doubt.
Maybe. Or maybe
Where are we today? Do you know?
we're in the Revoluti coast.
Revoluti Toast.
Revontuli coast.
Revontuli Coast. So if you know where that is, people, look at you.
Oh,
I ain't
there's
got a
an
fucking
air
clue.
guitar championship.
Huh. Why is that in English and everything else is in not? Oh, and this is in English as well.
Well, that's
Warning,
handy, isn't
please
it? If
use
they all
caution when
speak
hunting.
Finnish or whatever.
Would you just stop already?
What?
Being weird. Shall we go?
I'm not being weird.
You're always being weird. Come along,
Uh,
Snoopy.
is that what you called your dog?
Yeah, went over this last week.
Did
I've got a
we?
dog called Artemis and a dog called Snoopy
Oh,
because
yes.
I don't call mine John Nettles like you do.
Because you don't have a creative bone in your body, do you?
Artemis, Snoopy.
John Nettles.
No, it's different. Anyway, let's head down this road where we're not going to find anything for 20
Moose.
minutes. Where? Oh, there was a grouse as well. Where's the moose?
Over
Is it
there.
loose a bit loose? I can't see where you've tagged. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, there's a few of them.
don't
Christ.
shoot you, for fuck's sake.
No, 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 I'm not gonna. I wanna.
Right.
Can we get a bit closer?
If you want.
Like on the docket, sitting on the dock of a bay or something.
Well, I'm going up here.
Right, which one are you going to go for?
Um.
I think I want the one in the water.
Okay, I'll go for the one on the left of it.
Okay.
And I'll just wait a second.
Yeah, that's okay.
Shall
That's
we
fine.
do
That's the one.
3, 2, 1, and then go?
Do five.
Okay.
Just because it gives me. I don't want to start holding my breath
So
until we start the countdown.
wait.
But three doesn't seem like long enough for me to line up properly.
Five. Okay, count down from 5. Then after 1, we shoot, or we shoot on 1.
Either or, I shouldn't make that much difference.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I definitely hit mine.
I think I must have hit mine.
I think I hit a second one as well.
Don't go stealing my kill.
Look, you. It's not my fault if I
Mm-hmm.
accidentally shot the one that you were shooting at, seeing as I shot into the bunch when there were about three of them all grouped together.
I'm probably going to need to go back and get some spray. I seem to be out.
Because I can't spray you, can I?
No.
I can spray me, though.
Mm.
Spray, motherfucker. So
Mm.
anyway, have you got a topic you want to talk about whilst we go find all this blood?
Well, do you want to do the big one?
All right, fine. Biden's got COVID again.
Oh, I was going to say the foot. We lost the football, but
I see. I was going to do the football, but I thought no, I'll
should
do
we
the
do
not
the
quite
should
as
we do
big
the
big one.
actual big one?
Okay, but it does tie into Biden's got COVID.
Well, I mean, do you want to do all the American politics shit?
I don't know how much there is, but okay.
Enough.
Have we got any blood here?
Yeah, there's a good chunk of it over here.
Mine was stood in the water, wasn't
I
it? So
feel like this is probably mine.
I definitely hit it. I can't see the fucking thing.
Yes.
Where's it?
So,
Oh, Snoopy's over there.
as you may or may not have heard,
Yep.
there was a little bit of a kerfuffle. Well, there,
There was a bit of a
Donald Trump was saying stuff outside when he,
as you do
and
when
then
you're on a campaign.
all of a sudden, there was some popping noises, and he clutched his ear, and then he threw himself on the ground.
Yep.
And it transpired that those popping noises came from a gun.
They did.
For you see, someone tried to shoot him.
Fucking hell, there's a body over here already. I'm assuming that's yours.
Yeah, got it in the lung.
Nice.
All
I'm
right,
following mine
I'm gonna head back.
in case there's more blood.
No,
I'll follow it.
just to get some spray. But yes, somebody shot him. I can't. Thomas Clark is the name of the guy who did it. Um,
Fucking hell, what are you playing at?
what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, my immediate reaction was, well, that's staged. But then I thought about it a bit more, and actually, realistically, it's not going to have been staged, is it?
No,
I know that's going to be a popular theory that he's involved in it having happened because it's one hell of a sympathetic thing, isn't it, for people to be like, oh, someone tried to kill me. That'll win your votes, won't it?
well,
But
we'll come on to that because I have stuff I want to say about that. But go on.
I'm my initial thought was, well, he's involved in the setting that up. But now I've had some time to actually think about it and get my tinfoil cap off. I don't think he has, but I wouldn't be surprised if 20 years down the line it turns out he was.
No,
That's my entire stance.
Well, well, my usual thing with conspiracy theories is that people tend to work backwards.
Yep.
They take it as a given that, for example, this assassination attempt on Trump was staged, and then they find evidence to suit. And really, it's fucking insane because he clearly he had bullets, right? Because one guy got shot in the head, as Natalie Wynn of ContraPoints tweeted. Well, somebody tweeted that God had saved him, and she replied with, "Yes, the Lord guided that bullet into one of his supporters' brains." I think it's yeah. I mean, if you're gonna stage something like that, you would have someone pull a gun and fire a blank. I don't know. I don't know, but that's not the way you'd do it.
No. You probably wouldn't. It's not how I'd do it anyway.
No.
I would like to just add here that part of something that has been in my head for quite a while since this has happened is the idea that the fact that it hit him on the ear is either a really bad shot or a really good one, right?
Well, see, as in a lot of instances like this, reporting was a bit muddled for a while. I mean, I heard something that said it was glass that hit him. But no, apparently he turned his head at just the right or wrong moment, and it went through sliced the tip of his ear, which was remarkable good fortune, and no doubt there's going to be a lot of alternate history stuff on that moment. A very very close what might have been.
I found the moose.
Well done.
I found it.
You are more than 600 meters away from where mine was.
Left leg, fibula. That was with a soft point.
Did you shoot it twice?
I ended up shooting it 4 times because it came after me. It started attacking me, so I shot it with I pulled a shotgun out and shot it, and I hit it twice with that as well. It was dying though, but it was me who got all of that. So. But yeah, sorry. There'll almost certainly be some alternate history stuff because that's how people work, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I have quite a fair bit to say on this. I mean, firstly, you mentioned what did you mention? Oh, you mentioned the poll rate, the sympathy vote. And yeah, my first impression was, oh, this is going to boost him in the polls. It was pointed out a number of times online that historically, assassination attempts don't really do that much. They might rally your base, but Trump's base is pretty, is about as rallied as it could be.
It's about as rallied as a finished driving scene.
Well, absolutely. Don't know what that means. Please don't explain. But yes.
Rally drivers tend to be.
Please don't explain.
Really, it's not for your benefit; it's for the audience benefit. A lot of rally drivers end up being Finnish, their nationality Finnish, because
as long as they get over the finish line.
Unlike Dick Dastardly.
But yes, he won. I'm sure he won once.
He might have won once, but famously speaking, he didn't win very often, did he? He didn't finish very often.
Anyway, if we can move away from wacky races back to this historic moment.
to the American political scene. Yeah, yes. Sure, that's no fucking different, is it?
Touché. Yes, what was I saying? Oh yeah, historically it hasn't really helped. People pointed to Teddy Roosevelt, who in 1912 ran as an independent, as a third party candidate. There was somebody shot him
He did.
before he made a speech, and he insisted on making the speech anyway. That didn't really help, but I don't really count that because that was a messy
Third party.
election. Yeah, he split the Republican vote. It was the only election where the sitting president came third.
Wow.
I think it's the most interesting election in American history. But anyway, um, I think probably maybe the best one. I mean, Reagan got a boost, but he was an incumbent. Uh, Robert Kennedy was shot in '68, and the Democrats went on to lose that election. So it doesn't really mean anything. So it's not going to give you a boost in the polls. It just sort of rallies your base. So I think that was over stressed by a lot of people. But I think
I would like to just quickly question something here.
okay.
How much did it come up that they had been shot during the Reagan and the Kennedy?
Well, Robert Kennedy was. I mean, he was basically set to get that nomination. I mean, he was shot while he was doing all the preliminary stuff, while he was doing the primaries. He was on course to get it. It was a big deal. And of course, he was the brother of the president who was also assassinated and shot in the same year as Martin Luther King, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There was a massive deal. I think that's all overplayed. I think the real takeaway here is the discussion around the discourse about how toxic everything's been getting, and the Republicans are, of course, using this, which is, I don't need to tell you, hypocritical as fuck.
Well, I saw Nigel Farage commenting on it.
Strange buns.
Strange buns.
Go on, say something, pervy, you bastard. What did Nigel Farage say? Jesus Christ! What did Nigel Farage say?
It was. I'm quoting I'm paraphrasing a song, Ben.
I know.
He was talking about vile comments from the left.
Well, yeah, it's always what it boils down to, isn't it?
But like, obviously, it's rich coming from him, given some of the stuff.
Well, yes. I mean, Trump has advocated violence on multiple occasions. I mean, January 6th, for fuck's sake. Also, when Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked, there were a shit ton of jokes about it. He's joked about beating up journalists. Whereas the Democrats have basically pointed out that Biden or that Trump is a threat to democracy, which is legitimate. The issue is, are they now going to feel compelled to tone that down?
For a while, I think, yeah.
Because, I mean, it's true. But it's up to them whether they feel it's going to affect them more negatively than it is positively. And I think that's the real takeaway from this. That's the real concern that I have, is that it's going to mean the Democrats soften their tone considerably, whereas Trump, of course, will feel under no obligation to do so, and his followers won't either. But the Democrats are slavishly devoted to the idea that when they go low, we go high, which is not how these things work.
No,
you got to fuck them up.
It's true.
You know,
just don't shoot people.
To paraphrase Succession, it's politics is a fight for a knife in the mud. You know, it's fucking messy and it's important. It's too important to play fair.
I'd rather have a spoon in the mud.
So, one of the other things I wanted to raise about this.
Yes, go
ahead. If I can gloss over your comment. Oh, well done.
I think they hadn't done anything.
What the fuck were the Secret Service doing?
You see, my understanding of this is that there was some overlap between Secret Service and local police force, and so it's not necessarily it'll be a failure to communicate is the issue here, rather than any individual agency screwing up. It's a collective fuck up because they don't talk to each other properly.
They should have had this fucking thing locked down.
Well, the fact that there were people talking, the people spotted this guy.
Yeah.
And someone apparently, there was a police officer apparently who climbed up the ladder, had a rifle aimed at him, and climbed back down again. And like, well, hang on a minute.
Did they mistake him for?
Oh, he's just cleaning the windows.
Yes, he's just an inbred
Yeah.
window cleaner.
What I want to know is, cause I've not looked it up, so I could find out probably quite easily. But was he still prone on the roof when he got shot by the Secret Service snipers?
My
Because if that is the case, then why the fuck didn't they deal with that before?
my understanding is, and I could very easily be wrong, is that the Secret Service spotted him just before he took the shot. So when you hear those shots, there's pops and there's cracks, and he fires off a couple or two
Four,
or
I heard.
yeah, and they in between this they take a shot at him, and I think it misses, or and then they follow it up. So it's him, them, him, them. I think it's something like that. So yeah, it was. I mean, I again, this is going to fan the flames of conspiracy, but it reminded me of JFK. I mean, he went through Dallas, and they didn't have people in all the windows. They couldn't. I mean, they couldn't possibly cover all of it, but they didn't. There were checkpoints along that route where they should have had snipers in the windows, and they didn't. All these lapses.
Yeah, but no one's going to be on a grassy knoll, are they? Most people don't even know what a knoll is.
No, that's the only reason. I wager the term knoll has been used in reference to the JFK assassination than it has in any other context throughout history.
Almost certainly, yeah, I would say you're probably right. It's not, of course. I'm surprised you didn't mention that it was the Texas Book Depository, but the known shots.
Well, yes, third floor, I think.
The grassy knoll is, of course, a conspiracy theory shooter's point.
Of course, we all know that the real person who killed JFK was the Secret Service agent in the car behind.
Completely by accident.
Yes.
Or was it?
I do actually like that theory. Another JFK conspiracy.
Hang on, wasn't it Zabruda, did it?
No.
That would be a plot twist.
Another, yes, it was just a very elaborate snuff film. Another theory I like is that basically JFK's enemies deliberately removed a lot of the protection in the hope that somebody in the city that vocally hated him would take a shot, which is more realistic than Cuban exiles and on the grassy knoll and whatever.
Yeah. I don't even know they joined.
So one of the other things I mean, as I say, massive fuck up.
Yeah.
massive fuck up. Trump's reaction was pretty good. I expected him to look more startled, but he got up and he pumped his fist and he went, "Fight." He totally owned that moment.
Right after asking for his shoes.
Well, yes.
He wanted his shoes. It's not a very... Just fucking get new shoes, Don.
I don't think he can afford them.
No, probably not.
They probably got heels in them.
I suppose, yeah. Commemorative from that time he fucked that porn star.
That 13-year-old girl, allegedly. So, what do we know about this shooter?
I know he used Steam. That's something I learned today.
He fucking looks the sort.
You look the fucking sort.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, we're on Steam right now.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
I've not seen anyone comment about video games causing violence, though. Other than they'll use this as an excuse to say that video games cause violence.
Well,
so that's something. They've not done that.
I think
they're basically blaming it on the Discord instead.
Well, I think it's because it's so left wing, right wing coded. Well, they're saying he was left wing. Well, they're blaming it on left.
He was a Republican Party member. So.
He was a registered Republican. Apparently, he made a donation to the Democrats, like in 2019, I think. But I think I heard somebody say that was a much older person by the same name. Apparently, he had a Trump flag in his garden.
Well, that'll throw him off, won't it?
Well,
I'm really confused with conspiracy theorists.
One of the theories is that the thing that set this all off is that Trump was on the Epstein list.
Oh, okay.
So
so was Stephen Hawking.
Well, yes. I mean, the idea is that this guy was a diehard Trumper who hated the elites, only to find out that Donald Trump was in fact one of the elites.
Well, I mean,
and felt very betrayed.
Where was the surprise there?
Well, he was a Trump.
Oh, hang on a minute. This supposedly multi-millionaire is on my elites list. Oh, I never guessed that.
Well, yeah.
Oh, he can't be. He's not part of the 1%, is he? This man with all this fucking money. Ah,
Well, I think
he's
it's
not what we mean by rich when we say eat the rich, is he? I don't have to get the taste of Donald out of my teeth, do I?
like that
Oh, that's a
13-year-old
horrible
girl.
image.
Anyway,
Can you stop referencing
sorry,
that, please?
sorry,
It's
sorry.
not a pleasant thing to think about, and
It's
I don't want to think about it.
it's not, but I think it's important that we you know acknowledge
Look,
the.
it's not like we're saying he's a good guy or anything.
Well,
You
no.
know,
Where are
we're
you?
completely middle of a road here. I'm on your left. We're
Oh.
complete middle of a road here, aren't we? We're not saying it's a good thing. We're not saying it's a bad thing. All we're saying is it happened.
Well,
Oh, I think I just say that.
the
The
assassination.
assassination attempt happened. They tried to kill him.
Well, I don't care. I think he's an arsehole, and I think it would have been better if he died. I just wish nobody had taken the shot
Like
because
tile
I
gas.
don't think it helps. I think it was well, so fucking what? The guy's a dangerous fucking guy who has stoked violence towards vulnerable people constantly. I don't feel a great deal of sympathy towards him
No, I don't
or
feel
anybody who
sympathy.
votes for him.
I don't feel sympathy towards him beyond the fact that he obviously shouldn't be put in a situation where he's getting shot at. Like the issue I have is with the fact that he
Unless
was
it's
allowed.
against a wall and there's a bunch of soldiers doing it.
Look, can we tone down the political discourse a bit?
You're such a
Can we try and cool the temperature, Ben? Because you know it's important though, isn't it? It's an important point to make because actually, you know, ultimately, it's not like you'd have been celebrating if he had died from it, is it?
Yeah.
Really, and it's not like you'd. Oh, okay, fine. Maybe you'd be pleased that it's
Well, I
that
don't.
we've managed to escape a Trump presidency.
Well,
But at the end of the day, do you really wish him dead?
I think it would.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say it because one person's going to be like, "Oh yeah, Ben, right on." Fucking, do you actually really wish he was dead? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's something wrong with you, Ben.
I think it would be worse in a sense.
You're part of a problem.
I think it. No, I'm not. I think it would be worse in a sense that his replacement might actually be more competent and have a broader appeal. But look, let's not piss about. He's a terrible man who's planning to do terrible things. He is the enemy, right? And we can talk about fucking bringing the country together all you fucking like.
Well, it's not our country to bring together, is it?
Well, yeah, I mean they can, but the fact is, it's that Pirates of the Caribbean quote from Barbosa popped into my head recently.
Which one?
Well, to paraphrase, the version I had in my head was that you best start believing in second American civil wars because you're in one.
Ah, yes.
This is it, in a sense.
I hadn't even had the first American Civil War when that happened. When did Barbosa say that?
Yeah. I just think it's thumpingly naive, and I fucking hate all these people going, oh well, we wish him well, and nobody should be. Stop it. He's not a reasonable person. He's not a good person. He is a seriously dangerous person who's enabling really terrible.
If you lower yourself to them, and stop being as you lose whatever little integrity you're trying to separate yourself with them by having. You gotta maintain some level of dignity in this. And saying, "Oh, actually, I wish he'd fucking died," doesn't do that, Ben. It's as simple as that. You have to be better than them.
No.
You do. You have to be better than them. Or what's the point?
I think you can do both. You can say, he's better off dead. It would not be a bad thing if he died. America would be a slightly brighter place for it if he died. And, still, because you're on the right side, you're fighting for the right things. Would you have said that about, say, I don't know, Hitler?
Okay, no, you know the rule. If you bring Hitler,
all right, Mussolini.
You automatically fucking lose. Mussolini's the same sort of thread as
No,
Hitler,
it's not.
really.
Shut up.
Look, the trouble is, we hadn't at the point that you would have to be talking about when it comes to Mussolini is that it would be before he did all the shit that made us want to kill him, right? So it's not really comparable.
I look forward to hearing you say, "God, I changed my mind." in 10 years' time
Well, in 10 years' time, when
when they find the
something
camps,
nukes us, what camp?
the death camps.
No, I can be opposed to him without wanting him dead. It's as simple as
All
that. You don't
right,
have to need
let's
people dead
let's
to be.
let's agree to disagree.
I don't. No, let's not agree to disagree. Let's just accept that you're the monster here out of the two
I'm
of
not the
us.
monster. Jesus fucking Christ.
If you wish people dead because that's the only alternative to them being a shithead in your worldview, then something is wrong with you.
It's not the only alternative.
No, it's the one you want to go for. You can't possibly just have him lose the election, can you? You
Well,
can't just lose.
can it be both?
He's got to die.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
I just want a peaceful solution to this. No one should have to die so that the world's a better place.
Well, grow up.
You grow up.
That's somethingly naive.
We need a two-state solution.
Oh, Christ. Let's all join hands and think kumbaya with the Nazis, shall we?
Maybe it would have worked.
Yes.
I doubt it, but you never know. I didn't try. Did you?
No, couldn't be
No,
asked.
exactly. It's funny. Sorry, I just need to, because you've just reminded me. No, we'll come back to it.
No, go on, finish your thought.
So I've been playing a bit of We Happy Few lately.
Yeah.
And there's a
Look at all
plot
this
point in
rubbish.
there. There's a plot point in there that you're living in Britain after World War II, but it's an alternate World War II where the Germans win.
How interesting and new.
Will you just shut the fuck up and let me talk?
Yeah.
Part of the conditions of our surrender, because we surrendered, were that they were taking any child under the age of 13 off to Germany with them. And the reason why we didn't fight them was because they had all these tanks and stuff, and we didn't have the machinery to fight with them. Presumably because America didn't join the war. That'd be my assumption as to the reasoning behind it. And there's a point where we could go into one of these camps where they've left all these tanks behind, and we question why they'd have left the tanks behind, because that seems an important thing. And it turns out they're made out of fucking paper mache.
Lol.
So there we are. We've sent off all these kids to Germany because we couldn't fight against Germans. Because they had all these tanks and we had fuck all left. And it turns out, actually, they had fucking paper mache.
Wow.
So yeah, you made me think of that.
Maybe if we'd given Hitler a big old hug and not fought him.
We should have let him get into art college.
Yes. Well, there was on the other side of the American political divide. There's also some dudes, isn't there?
Yeah, Biden's sick.
Of Elon Musk. That's what.
Oh, you want us to do the Elon Musk thing?
Well, no, that's what he tweeted.
Oh, I haven't paid attention to tweets.
Well, yes, but I, which again, it's like, okay, this could be it. I mean, if Biden dies because of a cold, and Trump survives an assassin's bullet, I mean, that's just right-wing propaganda. Fucking fresh hot off the press,
thing, isn't it? You were pretty sure that Biden had lost the election when we had that debate.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that he's lost it now that he's holed up at home because of fucking COVID. Trump got fucking shot. He has got a wound. He's bandaged up. He's walking on stage doing what he's got to do. Biden's got a cold. A COVID cold, but it's a cold these days, effectively. And he's tucked up at home with his cup of soups and his magazines and his.
Well, he's still working, in fairness.
Oh well, I mean, how much is he working?
Well, he's just
because he's not doing the circuits, is he?
He's just self-isolating. He's not. But that's not really. I mean, I agree. It doesn't help, but I think it's
not a good image.
The thing I really want to talk about is the I'd say, you idiot.
It was already moving.
No, you were running towards it. I was going to have that. The thing I really wanted to talk about.
I don't see it. Where's it gone?
Was
Oh, it is.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Would I be allowed to shoot something, please?
You're welcome to shoot at it as well,
No. Thing I really wanted to talk about is that there's been more talks about him stepping down, and it seems like the wall is beginning to shift. Um, some pretty senior people in the Democratic Party, like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, apparently had conversations with him and cited polls. And he's gone from being diehard against shifting to apparently asking if Kamala Harris would have a better chance of beating Trump, because Schumer and Pelosi have suggested that he absolutely has none, which I agree with, based on very little. He's gone from that to saying that he would resign, or he would step away from it if his doctor advised him to. He had a serious illness, not COVID, but like
no, it's serious illness. You said.
yeah, like a heart tremor or something.
Well, I mean, when you're that age, it doesn't take a lot to knock you down, does it? I mean, he's what, 81?
Yeah, a cold could do it.
Yeah.
Good thing he hasn't got one.
But see, here's the thing. I don't want Biden to die either, just to be clear.
Yeah.
And by your argument, that'd be the best thing for America right now.
Would it?
Well, you want
I
Biden to not be the candidate, don't you?
I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world.
Go on, Snoopy, get snooping.
I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world. It would certainly make it easier.
So really, you don't care who dies as long as one of them.
Well, I just think it's a practical solution.
I would. Oh, let me guess, a final one as well.
No, a practical one. I'm not advocating we start. Look, I'm not advocating we start shooting people, but I'm just saying.
No, not people. Politicians. It's not the same thing. I've lost the trail. Snoopy, you are useless.
My dog's better than your dog.
Your dog's had a lot more practice. I hit it. I definitely hit it because I saw blood. Why Snoopy can't follow the fucking thing, I don't know. Incompetent bastard.
But, I suspect it won't be too long before Biden does stand down. I was hardcore, on the whole he will never budge, but I think there's a moose over there. I'm taking it.
I swear, if it's the one that I'd shot.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think it almost certainly is.
Oh, no, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. I just want everyone to come to their senses. I don't want anyone to have to die for the world to be a better place. I know people do die, and it's a natural state of things, but I don't want them to have to so that things get better. You shouldn't have to come to that.
No, I don't. I was reading. I've got a president's book that I'm reading at the minute, called American Caesars. It's about presidents FDR through Bush Jr. And I read the Eisenhower chapter today, and boy, howdy, was that impressive! Just a very mature, wise, sound voice of reason. Who did the right thing and obeyed the Constitution, and had a good knowledge of not just politics but global affairs. And you just think, fucking hell.
I remember good old days when politicians were honest.
Oh, this was all me.
That's not the same one then.
Politicians were never really honest. Some politicians.
No, they weren't.
Some were. I mean, even Abraham Lincoln told a lie or two. He was selling. He was selling. Well, I say selling. Bargaining. Oh, fuck! Hang on. Yeah, he was trading seats in his cabinet for support. You know,
That's what you do, isn't it? Shuffle
well,
people around.
that's the fucking game, man. You gotta play the game if you're gonna get anywhere. You know.
That's the thing. When you play the game of American presidency, you either win or you die.
Or you get shot in the ear.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I hit it.
That was me.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure it was.
I'm
I'm gonna pick
certain
it
it
up.
was.
I'm gonna pick it up and have a little. Oh no! I accidentally gone past it.
Mine.
I wasn't actually gonna pick it up. I didn't actually think it was mine.
Okay. Aren't you fun? What a fun person you are to be around.
Yeah, you love it.
Uh, but, I think the chances of Biden stepping down within the next bit have sort of gone up drastically. I mean, he's at home. He's probably with his wife more than usual. He's probably going to be thinking long and hard, and I think he should go. Who knows? Maybe by the time this video comes out, he has decided he's not going to run, and
I was about to say that. Yeah,
has thrown his
because
weight
it's
behind
gonna be
Kamala
expensive.
Harris, which wouldn't be great either, because I'm not sure she could do it either.
Well, who knows? We will have to find out, but I'm not hopeful for a Democrat win.
Well, I think any Democrat other than Biden or Harris has a really good shot. Like Trump is
Shame
a
Obama can't do it again.
no, I wouldn't. I don't. Well, any
Thanks, Obama.
they've said that polls have suggested that essentially any Democrat would be better. Trump is a very, very beatable candidate. Like he's got a lot of fucking baggage. The issue isn't people flocking to him; it's people, not going to the Democrats or voting third party or just not voting at all. So we'll have to see. But
Oh, right him along.
well done. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Like I say, I'm not overly optimistic.
I think they could turn it around.
I would love them to win.
It's a tight
I
one,
just,
but
I just don't see it happening.
I definitely think they can do it. But you got to shuffle around things a lot, and I'm not sure. I mean, Kamala Harris. The whole point of your vice president, right, is that if the president can't do the job, the vice president steps up. She is his natural successor.
Yeah.
That's the point of well, officially, that's the reason why she's meant to be on the ticket. So if the president is incapacitated or dead, she or they take over. So she's like, the heir apparent if Biden steps aside, which is a little worrying because, I think it'll either be Biden or it'll be Kamala Harris. I can't see anybody else doing it. Which means that Trump wins. I don't think Kamala Harris beats Trump.
No, probably not. I hit it in the right in the foot, and it still killed it. Oh, and I leveled up. Let's sort that out.
I mean, it does mean we'd get our first female US president. Potentially.
Well, yeah.
Well, it depends. If Biden remains in office and says, look, I'm going to withdraw my name from my candidacy, she'll go for it, get the nomination, and then lose. I don't know. You probably haven't seen it, but I think in the 90s, Gerald Ford, the former US president, was giving a talk to some school kids. And some little girl asked him quite innocently, something like, what would it take to be the first female president? Or do you ever think there'll be a first female president or whatever? And he basically said that he gave a very mature adult response and said, I don't know what it would take, but I can tell you how I think it would happen. And that's that the vice president would be a woman and the president would die. And that's how we'd get our first female president, which is probably accurate, but not really what you want to be like, is that appropriate for a little kid? I don't think so. Like, come on, Gerald.
No, that's not really. Who are you? Oh, yeah. What are you aiming at?
Oh, come on, I'll do my best. I've got a duck and maybe a raccoon.
I've got an active skill apparently, but I can't work out what it's not doing it. F. It says F.
Oh, God.
Oh, I hadn't.
I mean, the fact he's hanging on at all is fucking ridiculous. And when the Democrats are wasting time.
Well, it's what they do, though, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're not... They're not great, are they? You know... You're not talking Lyndon Johnson fucking waving his dick around and passing great legislation with it.
Well, no, but it's quite hard to get the stamps sorted out properly if you do that.
John Nettles has disappeared.
Oh, I could see him right next to you a minute ago.
No, not for me. It's done that thing where I've got the icon in the corner, and as long as I can't see, he's been taken into the ether. Can you see a dead raccoon?
No, I can't, but I can't.
Can you use your dog?
No, because he's disappeared as well. I just told you. It's the same. Yeah, I mean, your dog is literally. Yeah. Every time you turn, he's zipping around in circles around.
Yeah, there's yours. Oh, yeah, yours is doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, speedy dog.
That's very stupid.
It's annoying, isn't it?
It does happen from time to time. Well, I guess we're dogless.
There's a living one over there running away.
Not anymore. Not for long.
Speaking of politicians, I feel like we've probably run our course on this one after half an hour.
Yeah, I haven't got much else to say.
Can you think of which politician might be able to do a voiceover job for Fallout London, which is, for reference, a mod for Fallout 4, the video game, but set in London. So there's a team of people making a London version of Fallout. They've got a actual bona fide, don't think current, but very famous politician to do one of the voices. Who do you think it would be?
Is it that fat one, formerly fat one, Tom something, the Labour guy?
No.
He likes video games.
No, it's
What party?
If I were to say, order!
Oh, is it John Burkov?
It's John Burko. I got John Burko to play the robot speaker of the house, is my understanding. There's also two other people who I saw have been given voice roles or have done voice roles, both of which you would know. They're both former Doctor Who's, or former Doctors from Doctor Who. So there are two that have agreed to voice act for this particular role. I'm going to give you 4 guesses. I would like you to guess who.
William Hartnell. That was a joke.
Can you just take it seriously?
I
will make it a little easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
They have both been on screen during New Who.
Well, Sylvester McCoy.
Is that a guess, or you just?
Yeah, let me give you 4 names, and we'll see. Who's the guy in the movie?
Paul McGann was in the movie.
Paul McGann, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi.
You got 1 out of the 2. Correct.
Okay, was the other one Colin Baker?
The second one was Colin Baker.
For fuck's sake, I was going to say him.
So who do you think you got right then?
Sylvester McCoy.
It was Sylvester McCoy. Sylvester McCoy, Colin Baker, and John Burko all doing voices for Fallout London. Which, I mean, I want to play it anyway, because it'd be nice to see some Fallout in London. Or set here in the UK, right? Rather than it being over in crappy parts of America. Like fucking, who wants to play a game set in Washington? You know, who wants to go to Boston? Really, no one likes Boston. Boston's a shithole, both here and there.
No, it's not. Boston is a coastal town. Boston, Massachusetts is home to that university, Harvard. Harvard.
Doesn't
Harvard. That's how they say it.
Boston.
Harvard.
Right. Anywho, no one really likes Boston.
Yes, they do.
No one really likes Boston.
Oh, you're such a fool. Not here, they don't. Boston here are the dump.
Was murder capital of the country for a while. I don't know if it still is. It came up at work actually, and someone, the person who responded, I heard it was a murder capital, and someone's reaction to that was, yes, but when you think about who's killing each other, it's actually relatively safe. Apparently, me being British means I'm not likely to be murdered in Boston.
I don't know.
Is there a racial element? Is there a racial element then? Because,
I don't know,
the implication there is it's foreign people being killed.
No.
And apparently it's foreign people killing foreign people.
That's a bit racially coded, i.e.
It does, doesn't it?
We're bloody foreigners who are all doing violence and killing each other, and we Brits don't
Coming
do
over
such
here
thing.
and killing each other.
Moose!
Oh, quite a lot of them. Was that one doing a moonwalk for a second?
I don't know.
I'm too shaky to get any shots off.
Well, I hit it. I'm sure I did. And it's a shame I can't use my dog because he's in the fucking void.
I've got my shotgun out. Bam, 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 bam.
Hey.
Oh, that's a big old blood splatter.
Me.
Vital organ. Good
Me.
shot.
Thank you.
I didn't shoot anything.
It was me.
I didn't fire any fucking shells, Ben. So, I wasn't going to try and claim it. Me and my non-existent bullets. I didn't even hit it in the air. Right, I'm going to claim that whilst you're dicking about.
Lovely.
What were we talking about? Boston, yeah. Apparently they all murdered each other, which is seems racially motivated.
I don't know. If I lived in Boston, I'd want to fucking murder someone. If I immigrated, if I went through the painstaking process of moving to another country to try and secure a better life for myself, and I ended up in
Boston.
fucking Boston, I'd want to kill someone too.
Do you think they're... obviously, I know this isn't the case, and this isn't how I normally think. But do you think their stance is, I don't know, all these foreigners coming over here and stealing all these jobs I want to steal? Because I know no one's stealing my job.
No.
No one wants my job.
I have had a pretty good week at work, actually.
Okay.
It's one of those weeks where I feel like I've endeared myself to my boss by doing a lot of jobs for him.
I'd say that I've definitely demonstrated my worth this week.
I think volunteering to come in tomorrow on my day off has
You're whipped, you are.
I'm not whipped.
You are.
Listen, mate.
How does it work for you? You get overtime, or do you get a different day off?
I get toil. I get that time and I can use it. I can take a couple of half days, essentially.
The point is, you get time off instead of. Yes, that's to keep. Oh, I don't fucking hit it.
Staying.
Hit it eventually. Because I was shaky, Cam. Yeah, you get time off instead of.
What is that? I think that's. Did I get that? I think I might have done.
Oh, I've had it in the stomach.
Was that you?
What, this thing that I just picked up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me.
All right.
Did you just get an experience for it?
No.
No, but it wasn't fucking here then, was it?
Well, oh, God.
I shot it like 5 fucking times.
Oh, my God. I thought you were aiming.
I only hit it once.
I thought you were aiming for the bear.
No, I'm not fucking bear. I don't know anything about a bear. Where on the stair?
There on the stair.
Oh, that's the point.
Right fucking there.
This is both too much info, and also, I wanted to message you, but I thought it's easier just to tell you.
Okay.
I did that thing that I sometimes do, where I downloaded Grindr for a little while.
All right.
I've uninstalled it again, delete the account, uninstalled it again because it every time I think, oh, I'd like some cock, but also I
Oh,
think
come
it's a
on, you
bit much for me.
fucking prick.
Whilst I was there, I found out that there was someone within 70 meters of where I am now. Right, apparently, according to the app, within 70 meters of me right now. In fact, cross-dressers.
Lovely.
Like, no, nothing I'm going to do with that information, but it's just interesting to know. You know, just odds are someone living in one of these flats
Well,
is at least bisexual cross-dresser.
I remember one time I'm putting my fan on. It's probably going to affect the audio quality, but I'm bloody boiling.
It's quite warm, isn't it?
I remember. Yeah, you fucking prick.
Oh, it's been hit. Something's been hit.
You got that. That's dead. So you
I
mated.
didn't hit it with a shotgun, did I?
Probably.
Wow.
Oh, shitting Nora. Maybe I did hit it. It's in the pause.
Oh no! I hit it with one of my other rifle bullets
Well
earlier.
done.
I don't think I'd hit it.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
remember. I remember when I used that app ages ago. And I was propositioned by somebody we went to secondary school with, who proceeded to inundate me with what I can only describe as exceptionally graphic imagery.
Oh boy!
So I have seen that individual in
more ways than you wanted to.
yes, I'd forgotten about that until now, but that really fucking shook me up, man.
Question.
Yeah.
I don't want you to tell me who. Is it someone that I would remember by name?
Possibly.
Do you think?
I'll message you.
Okay. Okay.
I told you at the time, I'm sure.
You probably did. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Test Tube Boy, was it?
I don't know who Test Tube Boy is.
Okay. Fair enough. Probably not then. Message me. Tell
All
me.
right, you gossipy goose.
I don't get a lot of gossip.
And that was his name. Oh.
See, I think I do remember that.
Bingo was his name.
From what I know, this is going to sound a bit, bad coming from me, but I wouldn't necessarily have been that interested in them.
No, nor me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
Was there conversation before?
No.
Or was it just
no.
straight up?
I was on
okay.
there. I don't put my face or any details of myself on there.
No, of course.
Because I'm not going to.
You got to be careful. You might get blackmailed.
Any old fucking weirdo.
And some people want that, but some people prefer it to be a bit small.
Yeah, and he messaged me out of the blue, and I was just, oh my god, I've seen that.
Yeah. It's okay, Bryn.
It was really unsettling.
I can imagine it would be.
I had a newfound respect for women in that moment. It's like,
which is funny considering
this is what it is like.
It's very. I do feel very piece of meat on there, and it's nice to feel wanted for like 10 minutes.
Oh, it is nice. I have to say it is.
For like 10 minutes, it feels lovely, and then it's like, no, this is too much.
Well, it feels nice to have people approach you.
Well, yeah, instead of being constantly putting the effort in and getting nothing out of it.
Well, that's the thing, man. A horny man is a stupid man.
It's true.
The dumbest fucking animals on the planet.
Anyway, shall we?
Sorry, I was elsewhere.
You thinking about dick again?
No.
It's like I say, I've been thinking about a lot of dick lately. It's just annoying.
Well,
so now I can get dick. That's the problem. If I want it, I could have it.
Could you?
Yeah, no trouble.
Oh, well, get a load of Mr. fucking you.
Look, it's not hard to get cock, Ben. It's hard to get cock to commit to you. That's the issue. But I don't want cock to commit to me. I just want a bit of it every now and again, on a friendly basis, preferably with the appropriate protections, so that no one gets STDs. I don't want AIDS. I don't want a HIV. As long as I get a bit of cock around, having either of those two things tag along for a ride, I'll probably be okay. You know? I could do that. I could get that. I could have cock this weekend. I could have cock tonight if I wanted it.
So did you hear about the football?
Hardest part would be getting childcare, Ben.
Are you done?
Well, I mean...
Are you done on your fucking 50-year-old divorcee rant?
Alright, fair enough.
Jeez.
When I'm 50, I won't have to worry about childcare, will I? He'll be 30. If I need to get childcare when he's 30, then something's gone wrong.
Well, you might have grandkids.
Yeah, it's not my job to get childcare for him, then, is it?
Might be.
No, it won't be.
What if Henry turns out more like his mum than you?
Well, that's what his kid's mum is going to be for.
His baby mama.
Yeah.
The little rogue.
Yes.
Yes.
He's just had a little laugh in the other room, so I don't know if he heard our conversation or if he's laughing at YouTube. But you can only hear my half of it if he is. Football!
Yes. I hope he didn't
lost.
hear your previous conversation.
Oh, he won't be listening, really.
Oh, there's no way this did enough.
Football. We lost to football, but that's not a surprise.
Football, and everybody's doing it. Everybody. Yeah,
you were invested in it for bank holiday purposes, weren't you?
Yes.
And then I had a little rant about how bad it would be for a bank holiday to actually happen, spur of a moment. Like.
Yes, 22 billion. I heard it would have costed.
Really?
Worth every penny.
No, I'd still have had to fucking work. What's the benefit to me?
You don't get it back.
I mean, yeah, I'd get it back, but I don't get it when everyone else gets it, which is kind of the whole point of having a bank holiday, isn't it? Is everyone's off,
So
apart from other people that aren't. Because it's not really a big deal anymore.
I only heard negative things. I didn't get any sense of optimism from the country. I think we talked about this before, maybe, about the football. It seemed like everybody was like, "Oh, we're definitely going to lose. We're not playing very well at all, even though we were winning."
No, because here's the thing. We won by chance, really, compared to Spain. Spain got there on merit. We got there by luck. Putting it out of a hat at the last minute, which is a form of skill in itself, but it's not the kind of skill you need to be able to win fucking championships. If we'd won, we'd have won by chance.
Oh, we're never fucking happy, are we? We couldn't. Jesus Christ.
It's true. They were winning like 4-0 and 3-2 and shit like that, and other scores generally stacked in favour of one team, and we were scraping by on fucking last minute penalties.
What?
You know.
The British probably really are a needy bunch of bastards.
I think if you knew anything about fucking football, Ben,
I get it. You know, I'm not stupid. I get where people are coming from. I just think, can't you just be happy? Isn't it enough to just, you know?
All right. Yes. Fine. I'm pleased we made it to the finals. I'm not surprised that we lost. Because realistically, we were always going to lose against that side. As a bear.
I don't even mean you. Is it dead?
No.
I'm not even
entirely sure it's wounded.
Well, I definitely hit a bear. Not well.
Well, I've just shot one with a shotgun. It's
yes,
definitely wounded.
And Gareth Southgate is resigning, or has resigned.
Yeah, but I mean, I suppose that's to be expected, isn't it?
Who do you think the next England manager is going to be? Are you going for it?
I don't think they could handle me. Don't know. Tuchel. It'll be Tuchel.
No, it won't. It'll be. I don't fucking care. Liz Truss.
No, she's too busy over in America.
She's too busy complaining about the King's speech.
Is she? She complained about that? Is it because she didn't get one?
No, it's because there was a mention in it into the disastrous mini budget.
Oh yes,
and she complained and had that. Honestly, kind of fair enough. I don't think that's appropriate by the rules of Parliament or whatever.
Well, you got to take your chances, haven't you?
We'll come on to the King's speech, I'm sure, but I think we've had a lot of heavy politics stuff. So in this video, maybe next one. Do you want a funner topic?
Oh yes, I'd definitely like a topic that is more fun.
Well, I've mentioned before I'm planning on playing D&D with some work colleagues.
Yes, you have.
And I made my character.
Oh, long fucking last. How many times did you try to do it now?
What do you mean? Well, I had ideas, but I haven't sat
You've been,
down and actually chosen, various things and gotten it in writing. I haven't set it in stone. I have
you've been
now.
talking about sorting your character out for ages.
I know I had an idea. I mean, well, character was going to be a little gnome called Jenny Bean Wigglesworth, who was a lawyer. But I realised that the lawyer thing was just going to get convoluted and complicated, and I didn't really know how to do it. And I thought, you know what, this is your first time. Let's make it easy. So I settled on an assassin, and I changed my mind again. So now I'm Jenny Bean Wigglesworth, the druid noble.
Okay.
So yes, I'm looking forward to that. Now my skills aren't very good. I prioritised charisma and
For a druid?
well, he's a noble man. I just think it's fun. Charisma and
Okay.
wisdom, both the same amount of points, I should say.
Wisdom makes sense to me.
I
From what
mean, I mean, I know on paper I probably should have done wisdom and intelligence, and intelligence is third. But I mean, as a noble, I feel he should be charismatic, and I'm more into the role-playing element of it, to be honest.
Oh, nothing wrong with a bit of roleplay.
Oh, this is a
It's
spirit.
it's
That's interesting. First,
what's going on here? Ah, fuck's it. This bear's disappeared again. How are you? Are you over there?
you're back to
Oh,
Grindr,
I'm
are you?
waiting. No, no.
Bear with.
Are you gone? He's gone. I want to elaborate on the D&D thing.
Proceed.
Right. It's funny that you mentioned D&D because I've written down a D&D as well.
What? A character?
No, a topic. I said
You cut out.
I've written down a D&D topic as well.
Okay, you cut out. I'm not being deaf. You cut out.
It makes a change for you to not be deaf.
What?
I'm gonna murder him. And then he won't be able to play any fucking D ever again.
Are you going to do it in Boston?
Yeah, why not? Gotta go for lunch in Boston.
No. Go on.
Sleep with the fishes.
D&D.
Anyway, I wrote down that I would like to do D&D again. I've had the urge. I've got the itch. I need to do some D&D.
I've been talking about it, or
No, not at all, because you've been talking about it. I decided today that I absolutely want to, and I think it's probably because I started listening to one of those D&D podcasts. And I'm like, you know what, I miss it. So funnily enough, I messaged the old D&D group chat from when I was doing D&D.
Huh.
And a few of us have had a little chat and we're catching up and that. So, it won't end up happening.
no.
But not like that. I need to find another group, I think. But it was just nice to catch up with them again.
Have you Well, I've talked about this before. Adventurers Nigh. That's very fun.
Yeah.
One of the things I mean, Jack Packard is a great dungeon master, and I like the idea of doing fun, interesting, crazy things. And I'm hopeful that other people will play the game more conventionally, and therefore have, better combat scores and whatever. Although one of my other work colleagues is playing as a noble as well, which she wasn't supposed to tell me, but now I know. Which sort of implies that maybe she's put points into charisma too, which is worrying because I sort of need a thing, but I can see in the dark and talk to animals and turn into them, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, that is something. There's nothing quite like being able to turn into a bird.
And shit on people.
Well, I mean, if that's your thing, then fair enough, but I'm not going to kink shame, but it's definitely not kink shame.
You can talk.
What? All I'm saying is I don't like shitting on people. But
You've tried.
if that's your thing, then fine, but it ain't mine.
You've gotten close, haven't you?
No, I mean, okay, fine. I accidentally pissed on 2 people.
No. You told me.
I've never shat on anyone.
No, you had someone pee.
What, on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have peed on someone else.
God, you're weird.
Fine, that's a whole different kettle of fish. There's 2 very different orifices and substances there, Ben.
Let me talk about something else.
You mentioned it!
I know, I've changed my mind.
But no, it's one of those. You know that D&D thing that I sent you the video of from TikTok.
Yeah.
That was amazing. It's one of those. It was either that one or it's a different one. I can't remember which one. I keep seeing clips from them on TikTok, and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to have a listen. So I got through the first 5 episodes today. They're a bit slow, they're a bit dim, but I look forward to it picking up. It's nice to have something to listen to now I've finished Lord of the Rings.
What did you make of Lord of the Rings?
Well, I mean, I'd already read it before.
Great.
Or most of it before, so, you know, it's I enjoy it. I did listen to the appendix, or the appendices, I should suppose. Because, you know, I have... It does mean that this month I have listened to 108 hours of audio. Most of it, almost all of it, Sherlock Holmes and Lord of the Rings. About 50 of that will be, well, maybe about 60 of it will be Lord of the Rings, which is, well, it's a lot, isn't it? On the 18th. So I'm moving over to Spotify for the podcasts, and then we'll see what happens. I ordered myself some new earphones. Because these ones kept... my current ones kept running out of battery, so I thought, fuck it, I'll get a second pair. I mean, I can always have one that works and one that's charging. So I never need to get... I never need to go without for a little while. What do you think of that? Logic.
Yeah. Sound.
Literally.
Hmm.
Come on, I want this Eurasian links. It's gonna be dead. I found it, and I can see it. I can see my Eurasian link. Is it albino, or are they always that colour? Oh, it's just grey. Oh, and it's a flesh wound as well. Oh, I want to save that. That's so... I love it. What does it just save the harvest, and then I can deal with it later?
You can, you can either save your harvest or you can taxidermy it right away.
Okay, let's taxidermy it.
And you've got it saved, and you can just stick it in a trophy. You can only have so many saved harvests.
Alright, well, I'll taxidermise that one. I think. I hope so. Does it look nice? Is there any way of checking? Or do I have to put it in a thing?
I think you have to put it in a thing. I don't know.
Alright. Well, I'll deal with that another time then. Yeah. You're right, Ben. You seem a bit quiet.
Sorry, I don't know.
You're not thinking about what's his face's dick again, are you?
No.
You are now.
That genuinely, I'd forgotten about that, but that was genuinely kind of traumatizing.
No, I feel bad for you.
It was
I really do.
It was not nice having those things sprung on me.
If it's the person I think it is, I'd heard rumour that he had a girlfriend that was younger than she should have been. But it might be someone else I'm thinking of, because, you know.
Possibly, I mean.
Ah, well. It's all in the past now, Ben. It's all going to be okay.
Just not nice.
I know.
Shit, I've burned through a lot of my topics. I ain't got many this week. Have you got a decent amount?
I've not got as many as I want.
I have 1, 2, 3.
I have 7, and one of them is Lord of the Rings, which we sort of already done. Unless you've got something you actually want to talk about with it. Actually, yeah, there is one thing I want to talk about with it.
Okay.
We touched on it briefly in between videos, by which I mean right as I was watching it, listen to it. But Sauron's terms of surrender for Gondor was surprisingly nice. I thought. I'd have been tempted.
Were they? What were they? Remind me.
The general gist of it was he wants all the land up to the Great River.
Where's the Great River?
It's about half a. I think it's everywhere from the end of Fellowship onwards, map-wise.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, but it's complicated. No, it's not that. Sorry, no. Yeah, no, it is. It's that he wants everywhere up to the Great River. I've got it. I sent it to you. I sent it to you.
Okay, Undoing is the Great River. So where the fuck is that? That is.
It's not
Okay, so basically he wants everything. I think up to the Great River.
I think it was.
Well, everything on the western side of the Great River is like Rohan and Gondor and stuff. Stuff
everything to the west or everything to the east.
Everything to the west.
Okay.
Everything to the east is shit he's already got, essentially, or his allies.
I know basically Rohan was going to be left to govern themselves, but they were going to have someone installed in Orthanc to keep an eye on them. They weren't allowed to have weapons.
Okay, that's not great.
But, I mean, we demilitarized Germany, didn't we? Let's be honest. It's not that different. You can have your place, you can govern yourselves, but don't cause up a fuss.
Yeah, how did armistice work? How did the Versailles Treaty go down? Did it go well?
Okay, but it lasted
Would
for
it
a while.
mind me?
It lasted for a while.
But it didn't.
And then we did it again, and it's lasted.
Yes.
So, maybe we just didn't commit properly with it. Anyway, point is, he wanted Gondor for fair enough, spoils of war, all that kind of crap. Rohan were allowed to do their own business and, all that kind of crap, but have someone watch them and they're not allowed weapons. And then I can't remember what the deal with the Shire was, but I think he was leaving it well enough alone.
I didn't give two shits about the Shire. Nobody gives two shits about the Shire. That's the joy of being in the Shire.
Yeah.
No, I don't think those are good terms. Because that's everything. Really. I mean, if my knowledge of Middle-earth is correct, you've got Arnor, but Arnor is famously very, very empty. If I remember correctly, it was a great kingdom, but shit went down, and now there's like fuck all people in there. It's just a load of ruins and tiny little communities.
Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, so it was all lands east of the Great River for lands between a misty mountain and the river to be able to govern themselves but bear no arms and have to help rebuild Isengard, where he would have a servant generally to command things. So yeah, I mean I think they're perfectly reasonable, personally. I can understand why you think otherwise, but I think that's fairly reasonable.
I don't think it's entirely unreasonable, but on its own, that's not entirely unreasonable. But I don't think Sauron is trustworthy.
No, Sauron's definitely not trustworthy.
Give it a couple of years. Even if he does stick to that, it doesn't necessarily mean life is going to be good under his rule in Rohan or Gondor.
It's important to note that when it comes to the place that this is taking place in the story, it's just outside the Black Gate.
Yeah.
So he's lost on the Pelennor Fields.
Yeah.
This 6,000 odd strong army's marched out onto the Black Gate.
Yeah.
He has the ability to wipe that 6,000 army out, he believes. And he's presented artifacts that were found on Frodo to the likes of Gandalf and that.
Is it him doing it, or is it the mouth of Sauron in the books?
It's the mouth of Sauron, but it's just,
just guy.
Same diff, really, isn't it? It's implied that the mouth of Sauron thinks they're the one who's going to be installed in Orthanc.
Yes, I believe I saw a video ages ago about what happened if Sauron got the ring, and they did suggest, I think they did suggest that that possibility, but I don't remember enough of it to really add much. Um, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trust Sauron. He did basically lose every major engagement, apart from in up by the Misty Mountains. Is that where the Hobbit takes place? I know that there were battles up there that he was, or the Easterlings were up there and doing very, very well against dwarves and the men. That's like the one area he was doing okay in.
I was thinking that the dwarves don't really do an awful lot. To be honest with you, they get a lot of mention because of Moria and the like, but they don't actually do anything.
Well, they were fighting up, as I say, they were fighting the Easterlings. I know that's not really mentioned, presumably.
Not that much, no.
No.
There's a bit where Frodo's like, if you touch me one more time, Gollum, then I'll cast you into the fires of Mount Doom myself. And then, lo and behold, he attacks Frodo and ends up falling into the fires of Mount Doom. So that's nice. That's a nice little bit of, hey, I told you so. I tell you what, the emotional impact of Frodo leaving on Haven anywhere near as effective.
Sorry, what was that?
Frodo leaving at the to cross the river, to cross the ocean, at the end isn't anywhere near as emotionally impactful in the book as it is in the film. It didn't make me cry like a little baby. Tolkien must try harder next time. I've started playing Lord of the Rings Online, which is a thing that still exists.
Yes, I heard about that from a child molester.
Oh, don't say shit like that.
Well, all right. Sorry, I won't go into it.
Why you got to keep bringing molesters up?
Well, because he was.
Oh, why does it matter?
Well, I'm not going to. Law runner, the YouTuber. Anyway, allegedly. Yes, he did a analysis of the Lord of the Rings films, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend. But he mentioned Lord of the Rings Online.
What was their stance on Lord of the Rings Online?
Well, specifically, he mentioned it as yeah, I'm sorry about earlier. I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, he mentioned it in relation to the Nazgul, in the sense that they and what their effect. Can you see that thing?
No, but have you got your light on? Oh yeah, you have. I'm assuming it was over here somewhere.
I'm pretty sure I shot it. Probably my dog doesn't work.
I thought it died.
Oh, there's blood. Yes, he mentioned as to what exactly the Nazgul do, and apparently in the game they have like a dread effect, which lowers like your defense, or that gives you a chance to freeze or something like that. It's one of those jobbies.
I have to warn some people in not quite Bree. So I started as a human in the Breelands. I found it. I found your body.
Thank you.
That there's an attack going on, and Angmar is helping them.
Oh no! See,
I'm specified it's the Witch King of Angmar, but famously killed by a woman and a hobbit, of course, towards the Witch King.
Yes. It's very Macbeth, isn't it?
Yeah, one of those freaking semantic things.
Yes, no man born of woman can kill me. Well, I was born by C-section, bitch.
So, don't you just love when someone's a pedant and it saves the
you know the whole Ent thing was was Tolkien's reaction to the fact that in Macbeth it's mentioned that the forest comes to life and joins the battle, but it's just men dressed up as, covered in, like you are really, covered in tree stuff to disguise themselves. He was very disappointed that it wasn't actually the forest. I was like, fuck that, I'm going to make angry trees.
They go on about their wives quite a bit.
Entwives.
Yeah, the wives. They're bloody simps for those women.
It's a mute point, I should think. A moot
Ha
point?
ha ha. Yes, of course. Because of the moots.
Yeah.
So my explaining it was for the benefit of the audience.
Mm.
The non-existent people out there that may at some point stumble across this when one of us has accidentally been found guilty of murdering someone in Boston. And they joked about it on this one video, and oh my god, they had to talk. Sit through that drivel, and then who knows what you might find out. No, yeah, I mean, Tom Bombadil is after his fancy about his women. The Ents have really focused on their women. Gimli simps after Galadriel. You know, there's a lot of simping going on.
It's ironic because there's surprisingly few women in the book.
It's true. There's very few that actually have any real impact at all. There's that joke, isn't there? That there's every scene where in Lord of the Rings where two women talk to each other, and it's one scene in Two Towers.
She's giving the little girl porridge or
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, where two women who aren't related.
How many women can you name from Lord of the Rings?
There's Galadriel. There's Arwen.
Yep.
There's Eowyn.
Yep.
There's
not from like history lore, people that are actually present in the story / film.
Well, I don't know much about the lore of Middle Earth, to be honest. So
that's fine. I didn't want you to. I was trying to narrow it down to make it a bit more easy for you to. So I don't know how much you know. I can think of one more named woman. Two more named women, and I only think one of them. I think one of them's only mentioned in the books.
Oh right, we're not talking about the mum and the little girl, Rohan, are we?
No, if they ain't got names, I don't count.
I'm pretty sure they might. I think the little girl is named. I couldn't tell you.
For argument's sake, we'll give them, but that means they're only up to 5, and I can still only think of 1/2 more.
Are they only book characters?
Nope. One of them is definitely
Mrs. Sackville Baggins.
That's the one that I think is only a book.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in the.
I think she was in the deleted scene, but there's also another Hobbit, isn't there?
There is another Hobbit.
Rosie
Cotton.
But there's also the moody lady who's married to the carrot-eating guy. Proudfoot.
No, it's Proud Feet! Yes, I mean, I don't know if he's got a woman wife. I'm assuming probably, but because that's the sort of thing that hobbits do is get married.
Yeah.
In their way.
Yeah.
But no, there are very few named women in, and it's a bit of a problem, I would say.
Well,
especially when you consider the impact that a woman has on the army of Sauron.
Is Grond a woman, I think? Is Grond's gender ever discussed? Is she the girl boss of Team Sauron? Grond is the Warhammer.
No, probably not.
He used to break the gates of Gondor or Minas Tirith.
We were talking again in between videos about Shagrat and his mate. I don't know if you remember.
Shagrat and the Grobbag or whatever.
Something like that. The two orcs that were basically bitching about leadership and wanting to strike out on our own if the war goes well, just like the good old days.
Yeah.
And then they end up arguing over the mithril coat and having a big old fight. So,
well, I suspect
those buddies as they.
I suspect that's probably Tolkien's demonstrating, what the importance of Sauron to the orcs. That they need they may have ideas of their own, but unless they're unified behind a leader, they're just going to end up fighting amongst themselves. They have no discipline. which is shown in the films a lot. The orcs
But it
fighting themselves.
happens.
There's the bit with the Uruk-hai. You've got Merry and Pippin. The orcs want to eat them. The Uruk-hai are bred to follow orders and don't let them.
And then there's a big old fight.
Yes, and meat is back on the menu, boys.
And then the Rohirrim turn up and kill all the others.
Yeah.
And somehow miss the two hobbits.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
What do your elf eyes see?
I see trees of green.
Actually, there was a explanation as to why Legolas can see quite so far.
Yeah.
Despite the logistics of being able to see. Apparently, they can effectively ignore the curvature of the Earth.
Okay.
There's something about how they can. The world is curved, but the elves have the ability to take the straight path. So they can ignore the curvature of the Earth. It's the gist of that. Which makes them flat earthers?
Don't know. Not my idea.
The one that's down here is yours, definitely, isn't it?
Is there a dead one? Oh, there. Oh, look at that.
The one that's still standing, I may have contributed to.
I think I might have hit it, but I'm doubtful.
I definitely contributed.
Well, you go get it then, and we'll see.
Oh, it's effort. If it's been here, I helped. Oh, I'm trying to get my dog to look, but my dog won't look.
No, it won't. It's just scooting around randomly. Don't know why it does that. Very annoying.
It is, isn't it? What time is it? I suppose after this we should think about changing up because it'll have been about.
Yeah, I need to find a game for tonight.
Are you still not done that?
Well, I've been back and forward on a few things.
Are you not finishing off Robot Wants Fishy?
Yeah, I might. The quality of the versions I found isn't great. We'll see. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I'm not feeling particularly full of energy.
I'm telling you, it's because you're thinking about unwarranted dick pic.
No, I'm just.
I can't find any blood for this thing, so I don't think it hurts it. So I'm not going to bother checking.
Well,
fucking hell, they had a harvest and half, didn't they?
Yeah, Jesus. Should we call it
all
now?
All of the times.
They've shot up to. What are they? Oh, they're still 2, 4, below 6, me. Anyway. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Ben's in a slump, but it'll be okay. We'll all be right as rainers for the next video.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, hang on. Bye.
Bye.